No real gameplay. I just want to share with you my impressions of the game after about an hour's worth of gameplay here on the PlayStation 5. So here it goes. I'm having fun. I don't regret my purchase. Yes, games are very expensive, and I've had some high expectations of this game because it's hard for me not to compare to a game in recent memory that I have played more than almost any other game I've ever played, except for the likes of Skyrim and World of Warcraft, and that is Dying Light 2. And funny enough, or coincidentally enough, Techland, the developers behind Dying Light as a franchise, originally developed the first Dead Island. But this Dead Island here has gone through a plethora of different teams in order to develop this game, many stating that it is a miracle that this game even came out in the first place. It's been in development for nearly a decade, and I must say that I'm simply happy. This is a semi-open hub world a la Borderlands, if you will. There are 6 different playable characters. There are 6 different game slots, which means exactly. You can have a playthrough with each of the game's protagonists, unlike some other games that force you to only have one save slot, which is completely ridiculous. There's weapons, of course. There's a little skill tree, all that basic stuff. But I want to share with you the things that not a lot of reviewers may be talking about, like how there is a fast travel system that you will eventually unlock. You'll be able to go back to prior locations in the game that you once visited, even though the game is linear in nature. The enemies do scale with you. You can also scale the weapons up with you by upgrading them. There are no difficulty options. You can select whether it's day or night when you fast travel. There is no new game plus. You can keep playing the game post game after the story to kind of collect and finish up any loose ends that you may have. You can go to a workbench here, and as you can see, I've got some different examples here. So I got a weapon that you could see its durability has been drained a little bit there, okay? And if we look on the left of the number 44 in the middle right of the screen, it says level match. Well, I'm level 4. It's telling me that the pipe wrench is a level 2 with a power of 44. I can go ahead and click the square button as I'm being prompted at the bottom right, and it would tell me that I can match it to my level so that you can scale the weapon with you if you really like it and you want to keep it around. So I really like the pipe wrench. So I'm going to make damn sure that it doesn't ever become completely broken. Because as we can see here from my 4 examples, it seems like none of these red fully broken weapons can ever be repaired. That kind of goes hand in hand with some other games that we have seen. But if there's a little bit of durability left in it, you can repair it. You can also upgrade or scrap weapons. As part of the tutorial here, when you first go to the workbench, it tells you that you can also find blueprints to fabricate, some weapons and stuff. This weapon in particular has a mod and a perk on it with some electricity, right? Very Dying Light 2, and some other games I'm sure do this, like, I can't think of the other zombie games. I don't want to waste my time trying to think of them. So, there's all that stuff. And then there's also a storage locker so that you can store some of the weapons because, you can only hold so much crap. Then there's unclaimed property. Probably if you had some DLC or something, I don't know. I haven't seen anything in there. You've got a trader, you've got NPCs. And apart from that and everything that I've just shared with you quickly at first glance, there really isn't much else that I know or that I can think of to mention. But I think in the first few minutes of me rambling, I shared some fairly important stuff. Post-game, level scaling, difficulty, right? Like how you can't change it and all that. And that's a lot of stuff that I had to dig through either personally hands-on myself or had to hear other people mention, like the post-game. How would I know about it? Well, because I saw somebody beat the game and they were still playing and they were fast traveling and they were able to choose day and night. So that's obviously how I know that that is a possibility. When it comes to the combat, I want to leave you with this, sort of like the saving the best for last, and actually because I forgot to mention it. Because there's no combat gameplay in here, but there's a lot of people, including myself, that's got gameplay with the combat, but I didn't want to get distracted What can separate itself from Dying Light 2, because it's so hard not to keep going on about that game, is that there's sort of like combos, you know, where if you do like a perfect block, you'll be prompted with a button to kind of do a bit of like a combo move, and then you can just follow the button prompt, and you know, maybe the enemy will drop to his knees and you'll spike him a certain way, almost like a finisher. This game also has a cornucopia, a plethora of different settings at your disposal when it comes to fine-tuning the controls and how they feel. It's more than just the sensitivity and the vibration intensity and the ADS sensitivity and the aim assist sensitivity. You can choose to enable advanced settings. So for your look X-axis, your look Y-axis, your left stick, and your right stick, you've got inner dead zone, outer dead zone, the Y-axis sensitivity, do you want to invert it? What's the X-axis sensitivity versus, you know, the Y? Do you want them to be the same? Like, I mean, that to me is amazing. It's not exactly every game that has those settings. I mean, I don't even think Dying Light 2 has them. Though in its defense, out of the box, the game feels amazing. Whereas this game, with all due respect, out of the box, didn't feel all that great, but it took 2 seconds to tweak a couple of things, and it made it feel much, much better, much more to my specific personal liking. And that's pretty much all I have to say about that. So as always, if you liked the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. It does greatly help support the channel with the algorithm and trying to make me a little bit more relevant in the search results when people are looking shit up. You didn't like the video? That's fine. Go ahead, give it a thumbs down, and I'll bend it in half, twist it, break it off in your ass. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, I mean, naturally, that would be fantastic. But if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care, and maybe I'll see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.